couldn't frame. You touched my world but never knew my name. Held every breath inside my chest while you danced into someone else's yes. Every night I wrote your name in sighs, hiding all the storms behind my eyes. I smiled through thunder just to keep the secret I was meant to keep. Tell me, did you ever feel it too? But I spoke with silence, sweet and shy, and watched the moment passing by. I held back what I longed to say. Truth lingered on my lips so tight, but I gave into the quiet night. Each beat inside me said your name, and now those words, they only ache in echoes that my heart can't shake. In my chest they stay unshaped, the lines I never let be read. How close I was to that confess. You smiled and leaned in just to tease, while I broke softly underneath the breeze. Her shadow cast where light once stood. I loved you deeper than I should. My voice stayed buried under fear when all I wanted was you near. I watched you fade into your day and let my chance just drift away. Did you hear the words I didn't speak? You read the calm, not the distress. I burned for you but hid the flame. Now all that's left is what I meant, in aching words I never sent. Left unsaid, left behind, like whispers lost in time. Still replayed, still rewind, but they never crossed that line. Just one step, just one sign, and you'd have known you were always mine. Yeah. Every glance was a storm I'd hide. In the stillness my truth would die. I stayed behind my quiet eyes, where you would never realize. Brushed your hand but said no word. My feelings flew but stayed unheard. You smiled like summer through the blinds, while I unraveled undefined. I wore restraint like perfume light. Loved you loud in dreams at night, but daylight made me turn away. So close to you, so far to say. Could you
truths I left unsaid. You touched the world I
you through the haze, counting steps but not the days. My voice was chained, my heart was wild, like pages burned but never filed. Told myself it's not the time, but time just passed and drew the line. You chased the sky I couldn't claim and left me whispering your name. I traced you in the morning mist, a story paused within a kiss, but lips stayed closed, afraid to plead. So I just bled where no one reads. Could you ever sense the weight of my defense? Would it change your way if I had dared enough to stay? You held my gaze, I turned instead. 1,000 truths I left unsaid. You touched the world, I touched regret. The words I kept beneath my breath. Ooh, this love was mine, but never yours. A silent sea with locked up shores.
I whispered in silence where your name should be. Held my breath so time wouldn't steal what we didn't speak. Your shadow traced the curve of my doubt. Every heartbeat louder when you weren't around. Glass of moonlight, still untouched. I replay the hush when you brushed past my heart like it wasn't enough. But I swore I felt the hush turn rough. You're the crimson echo in my quiet sky, the warmth that stayed though you passed me by. I held the words but they burned right through. Every silence kept was a truth I knew. Ooh, don't you hear it too? That soft refrain of me and you. Echoes in the room, still colored by you. I can't undo what I never said to you. Your eyes were poetry I dared not read, afraid the lines would make my heart bleed. So I traced the spaces between each glance, wishing fate would give me one more chance. Still I stand where we could have been, unsaid prayers pressed beneath my skin. I sang you in chords you'll never hear, but each note was carved from my fear. You're the crimson echo in my quiet sky, the warmth that stayed though you passed me by. I crimson hues. Did you ever feel the ache I hid? In the stillness I did. Did my silence ever speak your name? It burned through the dark, just the same. Ooh, crimson echoes never lie. Shadows trace the lines I never drew. Midnight holds the words I lost to you. Breath on glass I write then wipe away. Fears too tender, love too much to say. If you only knew the weight I bear. Each heartbeat whispers you were there. You were the warmth I couldn't touch, I couldn't touch, I couldn't hold. Held back my heart, I gave too much. It hurt to love, it hurt so cold. Every pause between our eyes was louder than 1,000 cries. I stayed behind my quiet fence, wrapped in love, draped in silence. I let you go in a gentle lie, but the truth never learned to die. Hands that never reach still tremble near. Moments stitched in echoes I still hear. Wrote you poems I never shared out loud. Kissed your name inside a dream cloud. All I carried lived in hush and haze. You were the song I couldn't phrase. You were the warmth I couldn't touch, I couldn't touch, I couldn't hold. Held back my heart, I gave too much. It hurt to love, it hurt so bold. Every pause between our eyes was louder than 1,000 cries. I stayed behind my quiet fence, wrapped in love, draped in silence. Hate to whispers fall like midnight rain. No one left to ease the strain. Still I breathe you in the quiet once again. Late night windows glowing low. Your shadow walks but never slows. I trace your name on foggy glass. Moments missed I can't get back. Words rise up but stall in air. Caught in silence, too much to bear. You laughed, I froze, you never knew what burned inside just out of view. Oh, I rehearsed it in my mind, but silence always wins the time. You looked at me, then looked away. How do I make the stillness say that every glance I held back was a truth I couldn't show? Every smile that I cracked hid a story you'll never know. I stood quiet in the crowd while my heart was screaming loud. But I stayed one word away from breaking down. Oh,
Your coat's still hanging on my chair. I breathe it in, pretend you're there. The coffee's cold, the night is long. The silence plays our favorite song. Each time you pass, my breath would stall. I watched you fade behind that wall. Could you tell? Did you feel? Or was it just my dream too real? That every glance I held back was a truth I couldn't show. Every smile that I cracked hid a story you'll never know. I stood quiet in the crowd while my heart was screaming loud. But I stayed one word away from breaking down. Every high I couldn't say was a goodbye in slow decay. I gave the world to feel your gaze, but left with nights I can't erase. The way I loved you from afar, that every silence left the stay. But I let the silence take you away. Every time you pass me by, I drew my breath but stayed inside. Shadows held what I should say. Love got folded and slipped away. Late night silence, your name repeats in every whisper, in every beat. The look you gave then turned aside, left all my colors undefined. I held the moment in slow rewind, reading meanings between the lines. Every time you passed me by, I drew my breath but stayed inside. Shadows held what I should say. Love got folded and slipped away. I painted dreams on empty air, soft and aching unaware. I smiled like it meant nothing at all, though my heart wrote you on every wall. You reached for truth I couldn't give, trapped in the silence where I live. I held the moment in slow rewind, reading meanings between the lines. Every time you passed me by, I drew my breath but stayed inside. Shadows held what I should say. Love got folded and slipped away. I painted dreams on empty air, soft and aching unaware. Now you're gone, and still I trace the echo left in your quiet grace. I speak your name beneath my skin, wishing I had let you in. Every time you pass me by, I drew my breath but stayed inside. Shadows held what I should say. Love got folded and slipped away. Faint lines of feeling never shown, etched in a heart now left alone. stayed, but I was holding storms I never named. Each silence filled with things I'd pray would reach your heart some other way. Every pause was a plea I never let show. Every night was a weight I couldn't let go. You were the song I couldn't sing, the truth behind the quiet ring. I loved you in the hidden light. You faded slow, I stayed inside, and now you're gone, but never said all I held back still echoes in my bed. I watched you leave with softened steps, the kind that beg for one last breath, but mine stayed stuck behind my lips, a vow unblown by trembling grip. I painted dreams I couldn't share, 1,000 hopes lost in thin air. You were the song I couldn't sing, the truth behind the quiet ring. I loved you in the hidden light. You faded slow, I stayed inside, and now you're gone, but never said. My voice a ghost that dances in my head. Would it have changed if I had dared, or would the end still find us there? Sometimes the loudest love's unheard, buried beneath what stays unblurred. You were the song I couldn't sing, still in behind the quiet ring. You're every in the hidden light. You faded slow, I stayed inside. No words remain, no tears to shed, but I still feel what's never said. Midnight sighs in the quiet air. Your name lingers though you're unaware, traced in steam on the window pane. Every glance I save like rain. I whispered through my silences, every beat was a secret send. Could you feel the weight I bore, words too soft to cross the shore? I kept you in the pause between the notes, in the spaces where the melody floats. A love too loud for breath to start, still held in a hushed heart. Oh, you never knew, but I stayed there loving you. In every hush, in every part, still held in a hushed heart. Turned slow, I smiled back, but you never know. Hands so close, but worlds away, I stayed behind the things I'd say. Your shadow passed across my skin, but I never let the truth begin. A fire wrapped in gentle grace, too fragile for the light to face. I kept you in the pause between the notes, in the spaces where the melody floats. A love heart fades away and wonder who it came from true, but never guess it came from you. I kept you in the silence of the chords where feelings bloom but find no words, a symphony I played a part, still held in a hushed heart. I held you when no echo starred, still held in a hushed heart. Still held, still held, still held in a hushed heart. Late at night, I replay what we were. Your shadow lingers like a whispered blur. I said too little when silence hurt, but every breath was yours, every stolen word. I watched you drift just out of reach, heart held back beneath my speech. I touched the air where you once stood, wishing silence could feel this good. I held you close in every sigh, between the tears I never cried. You'll never know the lines I drew in words I never said to you. I sang your name without a sound, my love was deep but never loud. I wore my heart behind a cloak in words I never spoke. Oh, I dreamed so loud in hushed all nights. You never heard, you never tried. The truth was written in my eyes, but never past my parted lips in time. Moments passed like faded tunes. Your presence vanished from the room. I let you leave, I played it brave, but silence buried what I craved. If I had one more fragile chance to let my heart take the dance, would you have stayed or turned away? Would echo still be all I say? I held you close in every sigh, between the tears I never cried. You'll never know the lines I drew in words I never said to you. I sang your name without a sound, my love was deep but never loud. I wore my heart behind a cloak in words I never spoke. Held in breath, my love remains, carved in nights not said in vain. The hush between our final strokes still sings the words I never spoke. If silence could rewind the time, would you hear me in the quiet lines? Would it change what slipped away? Or is this how love must fade? I held you close in every sigh, between the tears I never cried. You'll never know the lines I drew in words I never said to you. I sang your name without a sound, my love was deep but never loud. I wore my heart behind a cloak in words I never. I whispered love in every word I swallowed down, built a silence you never found. Watch you drift like smoke through cracks, and I never called you back. My hands reached out in dreams, but daylight pulled the seams of all the things I meant to say, still locked behind the gray. You were closer than my skin, but let the quiet win. Even when your eyes would ask, I turned to dust. You're just beyond my voice tonight, where whispers break but hearts still fight. Did you ever hear me near the rain? You're the line I couldn't write, a breath away and out of sight. And I wore my silence like a chain. Held it in, held it tight. Just out of light, you were just my voice. I watched the space you used to fill, hung your laugh in windowsills. If love is meant to scream out loud, why was mine lost in the crowd? A melody I never sang, a phone that never rang. I traced your name inside my palm, still praying to the calm. Your shadow knew the truth, but I buried all my youth. In every glance I dared not give, still you live. You're just beyond my voice tonight, where whispers break but hearts still fight. Did you ever hear me near the rain? You're the line I couldn't write, a breath away and out of sight. And I wore my silence like a chain. Held it in, held it tight, fading like moonlight. You were just beyond voice. No echo ever found its home, no letter left my tongue alone. But if my tears could turn to sound, would you be here now? You're just beyond my voice tonight, where whispers break but hearts still fight. Did you ever hear me near the rain? You're the line I couldn't write, a breath away and out of sight. And I wore my silence like a chain. You're just beyond my voice. Your name lingers at the tip of breath I never take. Each word I swallow down becomes a secret ache. You pass me like a breeze I fail to chase. Eyes never meet, but still I trace your face. Every silence builds a sky too wide, and I keep falling in with nowhere to hide. I wrote you in the dusk where shadows go, held close in light you'll never know. I held back storms to keep you warm while you danced inside another form. And every heartbeat tried to say what my lips still throw away. You're the song I never let show, kept where no one knows, kept where no one knows.
still grow. Behind the smile I never let you see. Just me, just me. Your laughter lights the halls I walk alone, pretending I've moved on, but I've just grown more fluent in the language of regret, speaking volumes in the hush you forget. I rewind moments that never came, trying to lose the sound of your name. I wrote you in the dusk where shadows go, held close and light you'll never know. I held back storms to keep you warm while you danced inside another form. And every heartbeat tried to say what my lips still throw away. You're the song I never let show, kept where no one knows, kept where no one knows, where my heart still wears your ghost. I gave the world my smile, but you had my soul the most. Maybe love was meant to burn in silence, a flame untouched, a sacred defiance. And though I'll never say it true, every quiet was filled with you. I wrote you in the dusk where shadows go, held close and light you'll never know. I held back storms to keep you warm while you danced inside another form. And every heartbeat tried to say what my lips still throw away. You're the song I never let show, kept where no one knows, kept where no one knows, where I loved you most. Whispers don't reach where silence grew. My hands stay warm with thoughts of you. I passed you by like fading rain. Every glance I held became my chain. You never knew the lines I hid, etched in moments I never did. Every beat was almost spoken, but I left the rhythm broken, locked in the still where you'll never see. I painted love so quietly, words held back, just barely mine, frozen in a breathless line. Can you feel the ache and the hush? Does your heart move when the night turns lush? I stay where the echoes spill, still loving you, locked in the still. I touched your name but said it not. Each pause a place where truth was caught. You laughed and I wore the sound like a song I couldn't let resound. You never turned, you never guessed the way your shadow held my chest. All the love I failed to give still lingers in the life I live, locked in the still where you'll never see. I painted love so quietly, words held back, just barely mine, frozen in a breathless line. Can you feel the ache and the hush? Does your heart move when the night turns lush? I stay where the echoes spill, still loving you, locked in the still. If silence speaks,
locked in the still where dreams won't wake. I trace the shape of each heartache. You were the note I dared not sing, but still you pulse in everything. Still than you, where time stands still, still loving you, locked in the still. I watch you pass like autumn wind, brushing close but never in. Every smile you give feels near, but my silence holds me here. I trace your name inside my breath. Every letter aches like death. If I could speak, what would I lose? So I just stay inside the bruise. I loved you in the quiet, slow, where no one else would ever know. The words I held behind my gaze, still burning all the songs I play. You never knew who, and still it grew. My unspoken love for you. Soft like rain you'll never feel, real as dreams I can't reveal. A love that bloomed without a sound, still echoing where hearts aren't found. Your voice became my favorite song, one I hum but can't sing along. I held you close in every line that I rewrote 1,000 times. You touched the part I never show, the place where only silence goes. If I had said just one small word, would we be lost or would we burn? I loved you in the quiet, slow, where no one else would ever know. The words I held behind my gaze, still burning all the songs I play. You never knew who, and still it grew. My unspoken love for you. Held in notes I couldn't sing, wrapped in every trembling string. My love remains unclaimed, unseen, a shadow cast on what has been. You smiled, I broke, you stayed, I spoke, but only in the ways you'd miss. Not in touch, just breath, just wish. I loved you in the quiet, slow, where no one else would ever know. The words I held behind my gaze, still burning all the songs I play. You never knew who, and still it grew. My unspoken love for you. I watched you fade but never moved. My voice was chained by quiet truth. I lost you before I had a chance, but still I dance in silence. Still echoing in empty rooms, where nothing fades but nothing blooms. My love remains a haunting you, forever my unspoken love for you. Wrote your name in the steam on the glass, hoping time might trace it back. But silence clung to every line, and you never looked behind. I held the nights like broken truths, wishing dreams could carry proof. But every call I never made left me further in the shade. I whispered soft in fading light, words too scared to find the night. You were close but never knew what every heartbeat tried to do. Kept the aching lullabies wrapped in hush beneath the skies. Not meant to reach you, not tonight. Only echoes felt it right. You'll never hear the song I played. In quiet steps I never stayed, but I still hum it in my sleep. Where secrets grow too deep. Every smile I let dissolve was a plea I couldn't solve. You laughed and lit the whole cafe, while I just sipped the things I couldn't say. The pauses spoke but not enough. The fear inside was far too tough. I watched you leave a perfect blur, with all I felt left undisturbed. I whispered soft in fading light, words too scared to find the night. You were close but never knew what every heartbeat tried to do. Kept the aching lullabies wrapped in hush beneath the skies. Not meant to reach you, not tonight. Only echoes felt it right. A touch imagined, never claimed. A flame that flickered without flame, still burning somewhere out of view. Still never reaching you. Maybe in another breath, where fear won't hold what love has left. But in this life, in this quiet hue, my heart stayed hidden just from you. I whispered soft in fading light, words too scared to find the night. You were close but never knew what every heartbeat tried to do. Kept the aching lullabies wrapped in hush beneath the skies. Not meant to reach you, not tonight. Only echoes felt it right. I traced you through the melody, the kind that lives but cannot be. And though I walked a breath away, my truth was something I couldn't say. You live in lines I never read, in every verse I left unsaid. This love was never mine to show, and maybe that's all I'll ever know. I lit a candle in the corner of my soul, hoping you'd feel the warmth, though you'd never know. Every glance I caught was a wish I held too long. You were the silence in my favorite song. Night after night I replay the scene, your back turned to me in every dream. I whisper loud in my quietest tone, still you're too far though, never alone. You shine where I can't go, like a star I can't reach. I'm the shadow behind your speech. I speak to you in pauses and sighs while you chase brighter skies. You never asked and I never told, but silence ages and hearts grow old. I breathe in words I'll never release, hoping my hush might give you peace. You shine where I can't go. I know, like a star that won't follow, won't fall, won't show. Right here, just outside your glow, caught in the ache, you'll never know. You light the sky I can't climb. You're not mine, still I'm here frozen in time, stuck in a dream that you won't rewind. Slow burn, no end, no start. You walk past the beat of my heart. Dim, but never let go. Still here in this one-sided glow. Don't look back, I'll stay unseen. A love quiet, soft and clean. Though the world may never know, you've lived in me as my one-sided glow. You sat close but miles away. Laughter slipped through what we didn't say. I memorized your every breath like pages worn but never read. Every heartbeat paused and hushed. Fingers trembled, never touched. I carved you into quiet time, but silence never made you mine. So I wrote you in the pauses between the nights and morning light. Folded you in unsaid verses, tucked behind the things I might. You never saw the margins we designed, pressed between the lines. Oh, I kept you where the ink won't fade, still bleeding in the words I never say. You're hiding in the hush I made. You looked away, I watched you stay in moments built of slow decay. I wore my smiles like veils of blue, praying they'd whisper me to you. Every glance a near goodbye, every silence one more try. And though I never dared to write, you've lived between each sleepless night. So I wrote you in the pauses between the nights and morning light. Folded you in unsaid verses, tucked behind the things I might. You never saw the margins we designed, pressed between the lines, still echoing in quiet air. You were almost always there, but never quite aware. If ink could cry, the pages would confess, but you can't hear the words I suppress. No pen can speak what's gone unsaid. You're the silence I reread. Yes, I wrote you in the pauses between the night and morning light, trapped inside those unsaid verses, still hoping you might recognize the love we buried undefined. Pressed between the lines, soft as shadows on a rhyme. You're the never that felt like mine. Pressed between the lines.
Midnight folds around my chest. Your shadow lingers where I rest. Silence louder than our past. How long can the aching last? I whispered truth into the breeze, hoping it would carry me to where your heartbeat used to be, but you never turned to see. So I wait still and soft in the hush where dreams get lost. Every breath I hold inside is the part I had to hide. So I wait still and soft, wishing time could rewind clocks. You were close but never mine. Still I linger in the quiet of my mind. Ooh, you never knew all the nights I fell for you. Every silence held your name, but I never let it through. Your laughter echoes down the hall like a ghost I can't recall. I smiled through the quiet pain, carved in dusk like window rain. I reached through every subtle sign. Did you feel it at the time? I stayed behind my careful line just to see your light still shine. So I wait still and soft in the hush where dreams get lost. Every breath I hold inside is the part I had to hide. So I wait still and soft, wishing time could rewind clocks. You were close but never mine. Still I linger in the quiet of my mind. I trace your name in steam on the glass of every dream. Never dared to let it show, but my silence always knows. If words had wings, they'd fly to you, but silence built the life I knew. I loved you in 1,000 ways, but never found a voice to say. So I wait still and soft, even when the world moves on. Every beat inside my chest holds a love I never confessed. So I wait still and soft, like a moon behind the frost. You were close yet far away, and I loved you every day. Still I stay. In the quietude of my longing. I fold my hands behind the truth. 1,000 nights I walked with you, silence trailing every step. Where words should bloom, I held my breath. I knew the cost of one small sound, but kept my voice deep underground. So I stay behind the shade, where the light of you won't fade. You'll never know how close I came to saying all I couldn't claim. I wait where your name remains, soft and slow beneath laughed and I lost my line, trapped in time that won't rewind. Every gesture pulled me in, but I stayed still beneath my skin. The risk too vast, the heart too loud, so I chose silence worn like shrouds. So I stay behind the shade, where the light of you won't fade. You'll never know how close I came to saying all I couldn't claim. I'll wait where your name remains, soft and slow beneath. And I trace the void where we might be, let go quietly unseen. Hold the hurt I can't explain, resting in my restraint. Maybe in another life I let the truth escape the night, but now it sleeps beneath my chest, a quiet ache unconfessed. So I stay behind the shade, where the light of you won't fade. You'll never know how close I came to saying all I couldn't claim. I wait where your name remains, soft and slow beneath the rain. Resting in my restraint, resting where love remains. You never knew what I held tight. In every glance I tried to hide. You passed me by like fading light, but I was burning deep inside. I wrapped my heart in quiet tones. I left the truth in undertones. A love that echoed soft and slow, but never loud enough to show. In the quiet I watched you leave. No promises, just there to breathe. You looked back once but said no word, and silence swallowed all you heard. If I had said the things I dreamed, would you have stayed or still just leaned on memories that couldn't bloom in shadows of a silent room? You never knew what I held tight. In every glance I tried to hide. You passed me by like fading light, but I was burning deep inside. I wrapped my heart in quiet tones. I left the truth in undertones. A love that echoed soft and slow, but never loud enough to show. Locked behind the hush, longing without touch, buried in the dusk where love was just too much. I traced your name in falling rain, like whispers laced with tender pain. The sky turned gray, the hour late, but still I stayed to contemplate. Would it have hurt if I had tried, or worse to lose the chance and hide? So I let silence take the lead and fed my heart what it would bleed. You never knew what I held tight. In every glance I tried to hide. You passed me by like fading light, but I was burning deep inside.
You never knew what I held tight. In every glance I tried to hide. You passed me by like fading light, but I was burning deep inside. I wrapped my heart in quiet tones. I left the truth in undertones. A love that echoed soft and slow, but never loud enough to show. So I keep it sealed in silence, where love once tried, but never spoke. I rehearse the words in silence, but they fall apart inside. When you're near, my voice is trembling, but my heart won't let them hide. You laugh like it's sunlight breaking, but I stay in the shade. I trace the air between us with the truths I never say. If I could shape the stillness, turn sighs into sound, would you hear what's buried deep, where my fears are bound? I'm tongue-tied by feeling, caught in the hush of what I crave. You stand just a breath away, but I can't be brave. You don't know the weight of the love I never gave. I'm drowning in the quiet, and I still behave. Oh, heart full, lips closed tight. Late at night I hold you in my mind. Oh, never said but always real. This silence is the loudest thing I feel. Your name dances in my thoughts, but I wear a calm disguise. I smile like I don't miss you, like you're not my every high. I wish you saw the glances that I quickly turn away, like a song stuck on repeat that I'm too scared to play. If I could paint the aching in a melody so true, would the rhythm finally tell you what I can't push through? I'm tongue-tied by feeling, caught in the hush of what I crave. You stand just a breath away, but I can't be brave. You don't know the weight of the love I never gave. I'm drowning in the quiet, and I still behave. Oh, heart full, lips closed tight. Late at night I hold you in my mind. Oh, never said but always real. The silence is the loudest thing I feel. One day when I'm alone and old, will I still regret the truth untold? Or will your memory understand that I loved you the best I can? I'm tongue-tied by feeling, crushed by the waves I never ride. You looked right into my soul, but I still would hide. You don't know the depths of the tears I kept inside. Still loving you in silence, where I reside. Oh, heart full, lips closed tight. Your name still echoes every night. Oh, in a dream you always knew, but in the day I stayed quiet for you. passed me by like a midnight breeze, eyes too deep to read with ease. Your shadow lingered where silence grew, and I forgot how to move when near you. I whispered thoughts that never flew. In every hush I reached for you, but distance grew inside the space where closeness begged to take its place. Underneath unspoken stars I stayed, holding on to what I couldn't say. Your name hung in the dark like fate, but I just watched it drift away. I breathed you in and let you go. In every pause you never know. Love lived quiet in my chest, too afraid to leave the nest. You smiled and the moon bowed low, but I hid beneath the afterglow. All my lines rehearsed in vain, each moment missed became a chain. In every laugh I didn't share was every truth I couldn't bear. Your voice was music from afar. I sang along, but stayed where we are. Underneath unspoken stars I stayed, wishing time would let me be brave. But silence stitched across my gaze, and all I felt began to fade. Underneath unspoken stars so wide, I walked alone with you inside. 1,000 words behind my eyes, but not a single one would rise. Oh, I loved you in the quiet air, where secrets bloom and no one dares. Like echoes locked in nighttime jars, kept beneath unspoken stars. If I told you now, would it still be too late? Or would you turn to me, rewrite the weight? If my heart had spoken, where would we be? Would you be lying here close to me? Underneath those stars, where I loved you without a word, where I watched you never hurt, and every beat of mine was blurred. Underneath those stars, still I stay with silent skies, tracing you behind closed eyes. A story only silence tells, where love remains but never dwells. Burning slow beneath the night, can't let it out, can't make it right. Every look, every hush too loud to name. Still I ache inside this voiceless flame. You sat close but worlds away. I memorized what you didn't say. The silence wrapped around my spine, and I wore it like it made you mine. If I could speak, the sky might fall, but I'm too scared you'd hear it all. So I just smile when I want to cry. You'll never know the reason why. Burning slow beneath the night, can't let it out, can't make it right. Every look, every hush too loud to name. Still I ache inside this voiceless flame. No echo follows where I stand, only shadows in my hand. This fire leaves with no acclaim. I'm burning in a voiceless flame.
her shoulder, I disappear, but I stay frozen, held by fear. My lips stay locked behind this door, but my heart beats louder than before. I trace the air where you once breathed, pretending it's enough for me. Burning slow beneath the night, can't let it out, can't make it right. Every look, every hush too loud to name. Still I ache inside this voiceless flame. No echo follows where I stand, only shadows in my hand. This fire lives with no one claim. I'm burning in a voiceless flame. I dream you knew just once, just then, and maybe loved me back again. But dreams dissolve and mornings claim, and I'm left with this quiet flame. Burning slow beneath the night, can't let it out, can't make it right. Every look, every hush too loud to name. Still I ache inside this voiceless flame. No one sees it, no one came to feel the heat or say my name. But I'll still glow though no one came. Forever yours, this voiceless flame.
You walk past me, I still breathe. Eyes never meeting, but I still know. The hush between our steps grows wide, but I hold it in like the tide. Moonlight dances on your skin again. I'm the silence trailing in the rain. Every heartbeat I erase my name. Still you echo through my everything. If I could speak, the stars might fall, but I learned to hush my every call. You shine too bright, I blur instead, so I whisper truths inside my head. Held back like a breath too long, you're the lyric I hide in a silent song. All this love like words unsaid, spinning wild, just left unread. You're the flame that never heard my plea, wind stole my chance to set it free. Oh, I'm fading into spaces where your name softly traces, but I'm kept in every wind that spins. Never yours, just drifting within. I carved you in the pause between each note I play, each quiet dream. But fear has stitched my lips in thread, and love stays locked in things unsaid. I almost reached across the dark, but night fell hard and stole the spark. You smiled and I turned away, hoping you'd feel what I can't say. Held back like a breath too long, you're the lyric I hide in a silent song. All this love like words unsaid, spinning wild, just left unread. You're the flame that never heard my plea, wind stole my chance to set it free. Left in the hush where shadows grow, in the winds I never let you know, but my heart's still tied, still pinned to a love withheld by the wind. If time rewound to where we stood, I'd speak, I'd burn, I'd say I could. But now I float, a ghost of might, watching you vanish with the light. Held back like a breath too long, you were always where I belong. I screamed in silence, cried so thin, my truth was withheld by the wind. Every breeze still carries you. just passing through. I stand where your shadow used to fall, caught in the warmth of what I recall. Your name lingers like perfume in the rain, close enough to touch, too far to explain. There's a kindness in the silence, but it's colder than the night. Every word I didn't offer wraps me tighter in this fight. We smiled like strangers who once knew all the things we didn't do. Can you feel it too? This space was never new. I stayed on the edge of truth, always just outside of you. Evenings stretch like secrets in the dark. You laugh and I'd pretend I didn't spark. Chose every silence carefully, afraid my heart would speak too honestly. Every glance you gave felt rehearsed, but I read the script in reverse. Still I waited, played my part, while love unraveled from the start. There's a kindness in the silence, but it's colder than the night. Every word I didn't offer wraps me tighter in this fight. We smiled like strangers who once knew all the things we didn't do. Can you feel it too? The space was never new. Don't you see what I conceal? Wasn't silence how we heal? You moved like the morning, never missed me, and I stayed like rain on windows quietly. In every pause I hoped you'd see the love I hid in symmetry. Now my nights replay the scenes of might have beens and in-betweens. I spoke with glances, breathed restrained. Now it echoes in the faint. There's a kindness in the silence, but it's colder than the night. Every word I didn't offer wraps me tighter in this fight. We smiled like strangers who once knew all the things we didn't do. Can you feel it too? This space was never new. Even love left unspoken still replies through the tears we never let our eyes disguise. I gave you all I never said. Now I sing what stayed in my head. Was I waiting or afraid? You were everything I stayed. I held my breath in crowded rooms. You passed me by like shifting moons. Your laugh a ghost inside my ear, but I could never draw you near. Your name I never called, though it call. You'd light a room and I'd retreat into the shadows at your feet. My fingers curl from speaking truth, the weight of what I couldn't prove. I wrote you songs and folded dreams that disappeared in morning beams. I wished on stars I'd never trust, and left my voice beneath the dust. Your name I never called, though it echoed in my mind like a melody that vanished when the timing wasn't kind. I stood behind the curtain of the things I never told, too afraid you'd turn away from what I tried to hold. I never said it, but it danced in every sigh. Never reached you, though I tried. Every silence held the feelings I installed. Your name I never called. If I had just one yesterday, I'd break the quiet, let it fade. One more look into your eyes, I'd speak what I let slide. Your name I never called, but I carried it each day, through the noise of every crowd and every word I couldn't say. Your name I never called, but it echoed through my skin, through the notes of every song. I kept the truth within. I never said it, but you lived in every line. I never reached you, though the moment felt divine. The silence still remembers when I stalled. Your name I never called. Midnight air holds what I never said. Your silhouette still lingers in my head. Eyes that ask what lips denied. You were close, but I still chose to hide. Every breath was almost a confession, but silence always won the fight. I held the truth in quiet obsession, too scared to let it touch the light. No words, just a thunder in my chest.
Each drop a